So today I thought I would do a video kind of talking to you guys about my favorite makeup from 2017. This is just a few of them because we can never have too much makeup. So let's just get started. I think I'm gonna start out with, of course, my bases. So one of my favorite bases for a primer is the Nivea Men Sensitive Post Shave Balm. This is such an amazing primer, and it's very cheap. I believe it retails for about $5, and it definitely helps your makeup stay on longer. It's great. I love it. Definitely one of my favorites. So I'm just gonna leave everything right here. Next, primer-wise, I really like the, what is this? I can never tell. Oh, the Becca First Light Primer Filter. This is really nice. It's supposed to help with redness. It also smells like a primer. Like when you think of a primer, this is what primer kind of smells like. But I do find this makes my skin tone look a little more even. Maybe not like my top primer, but this is definitely a good one. On the drugstore end, there is the NYX Angel Veil Primer. You guys have seen me use this a couple times in my videos, and if you have pores, I have very bad pores. Like, they're not huge, I mean they're big, but you know, they're just a little extra. But this definitely helps with like pore minimizing, and it makes your skin look like almost matte before you put your foundation on. Wear wise, I haven't noticed a difference with giving my foundation a longevity. You kind of have to experiment with the foundations you're using, your skin types, your primers. It's a lot of trial and error because what works for me might not work for you. So this is a good one if you have larger pores. And then moving on to foundation, I'm only going to be talking about one foundation because she's my girl. I love her. It is the Lock-It foundation from Kat Von D. If you like full cup, this is my baby. If anyone tried to take this, we would have an issue because this is mine. You can buy it, but this one's mine. I am in the shade Light 24, 42 Neutral. If you're wondering, if you're as pale as I am, I say a lot. But this is a full coverage, long-lasting foundation. It does oxidize a little bit, but not that much. It dries to kind of like a matte finish. So it's a little tacky, but when it dries completely, it's not something that you necessarily need to put a powder over if you do not want to. But I usually just bake my face anyway. That just makes it last a little longer. If you're looking for a foundation that's a little more sheer, I have come across the Estee Lauder, I believe it's the Water Fresh, Double Wear Water Fresh foundation. I don't have it with me, it's in my traveling kit. If you guys don't know, I do freelance makeup, and that's one of the foundations I found that just gives a very beautiful, natural skin finish. It is very dewy, so that is one that if you want a matte finish, you do have to set. This you don't. This dries matte. And it stays. It stays forever. Later, we have a couple. I need to go to like Highlighter Anonymous because I have an issue. First, we're gonna talk about liquid highlighters. This you could either, like, people put this under foundation to kind of give their foundation like a little more lumosity. So the Kat Von D foundation, since it's very matte, if you mixed it with this, it would make your foundation look a little more like glow, which is never a bad thing. This is for us pale ladies. This is Perla. This is really nice. And then also the shade Oyster. This is more, I will actually swatch it for you guys. Perla is more of a light kind of goldish tone, like that. And Oyster, I've kind of used as almost like a blush because I'm paler. It's pinker, but they are very pretty and they're very shiny. So those two are really nice. They do last a while. The only con is it is liquid, so I like to put a powder highlighter on top of it, because never too much, you know? So these are definitely my favorite liquid highlighters from 2017. Let's move on to highlighter palette. So I've used this a bunch of times, and excuse it, having some powder on it obviously is very well used, is the Lorac Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man Tell No Tales, because dead people can't speak unless you're a ghost. The highlighter Fortune, obviously you see I use a lot of, and Bold Spirit I use a lot. I actually have it on my eyes as a eyeshadow. Contour shades in here. This contour shade is really nice for fairer skin because it's warm, but it's not too dark. Like, it doesn't look like dirt on your skin, which can sometimes happen with paler skin. It just kind of looks like you smeared like chocolate syrup on your face, and we don't want that, you know, unless you're going for that look, but you know. So overall, this is a really nice palette. It's definitely one of my favorites. I do find it lasts the whole time. You know, I always start with a little less before I gradually build up my powder. That goes for my eyeshadow, my foundation, etc. But this is a really nice palette. It's kind of like an all-in-one because it has some blushes, 4 highlighting shades, so that's good. Yeah, it's just a really nice like starter palette, I think, if you were on the fairer side and you want to experiment with a couple different highlighters. I think this is a good one to have. My next is very dirty. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm a clean person, I swear. So the next is the Moonchild palette, and it's very well used, obviously. This is, I like this best for fair skin. Obviously, most of these products I'm talking about are based on the fair skin side, but you know, you could use this on any skin type you want. I love these because they're so opaque and they last, and they're so like, they're so pretty, and there's 6 shades, so you do get a decent amount for what you pay for. You can experiment. I use some of these sometimes for eyeshadows or whatever. They're very versatile. So this is a good highlighter palette that I have, that I love, and that I will forever love. And I think I actually have like 3 of these just in case I run out of this one. That's how much I love it. I collect makeup. Okay, the last one is Urban Decay Naked Illuminated in the shade Luminous. This is literally like on your face. Like, I'm gonna put it on. I already have highlighter on. I actually used the Lorac highlighter, the white one, the lightest one. Let's just compare what this looks like. So I'm just gonna, it comes with a little brush. Oh, like, look at that. Like, this is so beautiful in highlighter, and this is like, oh my god. Yeah, let's just put more highlighter on. That's good. Yeah. Never have too much. For obvious reasons, this is why I love this, because it's literally like sparkly shine dust that you could put on your face. I like it best when I spray my face with a setting spray and then put it on, because it sticks a little more. That goes with any highlighter. I tend to do that. This is a really good one, and I've had this for a year, and I've used it quite a bit, and I haven't made that much of a dent, so there is a decent amount of product in here. For concealer, I unfortunately ran out, so I'm just gonna talk about it. I need to go buy more. I have problems. Is the Lock-It Concealer by Kat Von D in Whiteout. Obviously, I double it as a foundation mixer, as a highlighter, or just a concealer because I'm so pale. Sometimes I want to really brighten up under my eyes, like a lot. So that's a really good one, and it dries so, like, it dries almost into like a powder. It's very easy to blend. And they have, I think, like 20 something shades. There's a very like wide variety of shades. The other concealer is the Tarte Shape and Tape, and I'm sure you guys have seen this like all over the internet. For some reason, like everyone was like, oh my god, but so I took it into my coffin ring wearing hands to try it out, and I did actually really like it. It has a nice like creamy consistency. It doesn't dry completely matte, but it is really easy to blend out. And I used the shade Fair, and surprisingly, I thought it was gonna be like maybe a little too yellow for me, but it did blend out and match with my skin tone. So that's a good thing too. A lot of like the time foundations and concealers and anything to do with like the color of my skin gets very concerning because I'm like, I'm pale. And then I end up looking like orange. It's not cute. But for powder, we got, once again, my girl, Kat Von D Lock-It powder, translucent loose setting powder. This stuff is great whether you're baking or just a light dusting. It doesn't make your face look like super like powdery. Sometimes powders make your face look dusty, but sometimes you also get like cracks like here, like in your smile lines, or I get like right here. This doesn't happen with this. I have, my skin type is like normal, and I guess oily. I just get oily like here in my, like on my nose. Everywhere else is normal. So this is really important for my nosy because we need our nose to be snatched the whole time and not oily highlight. I mean like highlight. So this helps so much. This is great. I believe the full thing, the big, I have the mini, the big one retails for like $30, but it lasted me like 6 months, and I was using it like every day. So it's an investment, but a lot of these things are on the expensive side, but they do last as long as you're not like makeup, you know. Lip plumper. For those of us that want luscious lips, I came across, it's called Grande Lips. They sell it at Sephora. It's a hydrating lip plumper. It's kind of like, it's like a gloss, but it plumps up your lips, and it's not, some lip plumpers like kind of hurt because they like sting. This one doesn't, and some lip plumpers dry out your lips. This one is just like a nice like glossy like, and it's pretty. And once it's like absorbed into your lips, like your lips look luscious and nice. This is, I got this a couple months ago and it's still pretty full. This is a good one too. Brows. Obviously you guys know, if you've seen my eyebrow routine, if you haven't, it's on my channel. Find out how to get sleek brows. So I use the Anastasia Dip Brow in Ash Brown, and then the powder duo in Granite. I haven't found anything else that stays on my face the whole day because if you guys don't know, I have little nubs for eyebrows, so I need the rest of my eyebrow to stick to my face and stay there. So these two have pulled through. They stayed together, unlike some people. Not mentioning any names, but you know, like just starts with an M, C. Anyway, these stay together. Now I'm calling you out. You need to stay together like these brows, girl. For a setting spray, where are you? Okay. I have a few. MAC Fix Plus, always. This stuff just kind of is like makeup glue. You spray it and your face is like, oh my god, I'm hydrated. My crops are flourishing. Brendan's voice is beautiful, and I just And then the other one is called Scandinavia, the makeup finishing spray. You can order this online. I don't think they sell it at any stores that I know of, but this is a really good setting spray. It doesn't leave like a glowy finish or a matte finish, it just kind of leaves your face as is, but it does, I did notice a difference with it having it on and without having it, with it making my face stay lovely all day. I have two palettes that I fell in love with this year, and they are the Prison palette from Anastasia and the Modern Renaissance palette. I've created so many looks with just these two, either mixing them together or using them separately. They're super easy to blend for me, and I feel like red and warm tones look good on almost every skin tone. So these are really good palette. Like I said, they're super blendable. I like them. They make my eyes look fabulous. They last. Sometimes eyeshadows, when you put them on, they look nice at first, and then a couple hours later the colors kind of fade. I don't find that happens with this. They do stick to my eyeballs all day long. So it's great. They're very versatile palettes, and I feel like you can do a lot with them. So these are definitely two of my favorites from the year. Also, a little glitter is the NYX Liquid Crystal Liner in Gunmetal. This I've used a lot. It retails for I think like $6, so it's really cheap and stays on. It makes my eyes look shiny. And there's a lot of high-end glitters that are very similar. Obviously, if you're on a budget and you want some shiny eyes, this is a good option for you. And lips. One of my favorite lipsticks from the year is the Kat Von D Ludwig liquid lipstick. These liquid lipsticks are so nice because you literally don't feel them on your lips at all. Like, you feel them when they're wet, and when they're dry you're like, do I still have this on? And it does last. Obviously when you eat, it kind of, any lipstick comes off, but it does last a fairly long time without me having to reapply compared to like other liquid lipsticks. It doesn't like get like cakey, and like, if you've worn liquid lipstick before, you know that feeling where it just starts to like kind of bunch up and get like, not soggy, but just like, you kind of like scrape it off your lip because you're like, ugh, it's nasty. I don't like it. Also, another one of my favorites from the year is this matte lipstick from Anastasia Beverly Hills in Honey. It's actually kind of like a similar shade to this. It's maybe just a little more brown. I'll swatch it for you guys. It's a really pretty like nude color, and I like, it makes my lips look like nice and plump, and like that's my natural color, and luscious and kissable, like, you know. Oh my god, I almost forgot about this one. This is my baby, the Lip Couture from, I believe this is LA Splash. Yeah, LA Splash Cosmetics in OG Ghoulish. This is like my favorite grayish liquid lipstick ever. It's so pretty, and if you're pale like me and you want like, I look like a little dead, that's what it looks like. It's great. I love it so much. I think I've repurchased this like 5 or 6 times because I've used it over and over and over again. So this is a good one to have if you want to look a little different. You know? That's it. I mean, I don't really know. These are essentially just some of my favorite and best finds makeup of 2017. We're in 2018 already. Okay. Wow, that year went by fast. Don't forget to subscribe and turn my notifications on so you can be notified when I post, so you don't want to miss my lovely videos, because we all like listening to Eva talk. Maybe. Or maybe I just like listening to myself talk. Please someone help. So also you can follow me on all of my other social medias. I will leave them all linked down in the description as well if you are interested in checking that out. And if this video was helpful for you guys, I hope you found some insights and maybe some ideas. And I will see you next Saturday.